Now this is a simple one and a 1 mark question. Okay, I got the answers. Let's how we can solve this. So what you have is log p equals to 1 by 2 log q, which is equals to 1 by 3 log r. So I'll take this thing separately. So log p equals to half of log q. Right. So from here I'll get log p equals to log 2 raised to the power 1 by 2. And if I take anti-log on both the sides, I'll get p equals to q raised to the power 1 by 2. That is the first thing. Similarly, log p equals to 1 by 3 log r. Now, this is a property that we have already seen that if there is any number outside in front of log, it will become the power of r. Okay, ये property हम देख चुके हैं. So it will become log p equals to log r raised to the power 1 by 3, or it will become p equals to r raised to the power 1 by 3. So ये दो equation मेरे पास आ गई. Now I'll do one thing. I'll just compare it with the simple number or a simple alphabet. So I can p equals to q raised to the power 1 by 2, which is equals to r raised to the power 1 by 3. And let's say this all is equal to k. This all is equal to k. So I can say that p equals to k, q is equals to, or this is first thing that I have. Let me write it down over here. So p is equals to k, that is first thing I have. q raised to the 1 by 2 is equals to k, or q is equals to k square by taking from both the sides, power of 2 on both the sides. Similarly, if you solve, you will get r equals to kq. Now you got the value of p, q, and r. You just have to substitute it on the all the equations. So a will become k square is equals to k square cube. So 6 k6 into k6. No, it is not going to be equal. So 1 is not going to be the answer. Q square, that is k raised to 4, is equals to k multiplied by k cube. If I'm not wrong. This. Then q square is again, if you see, it will become k raised to 4 is equals to r cube. So k cube whole cube into k. So it will become k raised to the power 4, which is not equal to k 10, obviously. And r, k cube is equals to p square, that is k square multiplied by k raised to 4, which is also not equal. So these three options are not possible. So I guess B will be the correct answer. The correct answer is B. Just check it out once. This only
40
thing is
plus.
possible. The only thing is Q square equals to PR. The only place where this kind of thing is possible. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Now, this is an interesting question which actually had the properties or the things that we have learned in percentage. That is what you had to use over. An interesting question.
Sir, here there is one doubt. It is written 40% of voters promised, but 15% went back. So, 15% of 40% or 15% of total?
15% of 40%.
Okay, understood. A is the answer 100.
Okay, let's see how we can solve this one. So the two candidates P and Q in an election during the campaign, 40% of the voters promised to vote for P. So we have 40% for P. I'll keep the P over here and Q over here, and 60% rest for Q. So 60% for Q. However, on the day of the election, 15% voters went back on their promise to vote P. So basically, what happened? It got minus 15% of 40%, right? And this again, they voted for Q. So it will become plus 15% of 40% over here. Similarly, instead, the 25% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for Q. So minus 25% of 60%. They went back and they added up over here 25% of 60%. Right? Now suppose P lost by 2 votes. So at the end you have been given that Q minus P is equals to 2. What was the total number of voters that you are supposed to find out? So 40% of S, 60% of X, you can assume the total number of votes to be X. So you'll get 0 point. Okay, I'll start from the Q because Q is ahead. So I'll start from Q. So what is the total number of votes that Q will be having? It will be having 0.6x plus. It will be having 15% of 40%. So 0.15 multiplied by of 0.4x. And I'm keeping everything in decimal so that it becomes easier for me. Minus. Now 25% they went off. So 25%, 0.25 or 60%, 0.x. This is for Q minus, let's go for P. So for P, what I have 0.4x plus, or sorry, minus over here. The second condition is about minus. 15% went back. So 0.15 multiplied by 0.4x plus 0.25 multiplied by 0.6x. So this whole thing is equals to 2. All you need to do is find out x. Let's try to solve this. You'll get 0.46x plus 15 to 460. Again, you'll get, so it will become 0.06 x minus 25 6 150 so 0.15 x minus 0.4x minus this will become plus 0.06 x the same thing minus 0.7. This is equals to 2. So and let's add them up. It will become 0.6 minus 4, so 0.2 x plus 0.12 x plus or minus 0.3x is equals to 2. You solve it, you will get 32 minus 0.32 minus 0.3, so 0.02 x equals to 2, or x will be equal to 100. That is going to be our correct answer, x equals to 100. Right. Hope I have done it correctly. Yes, this is correct. Okay, let's move forward to the next question. This one. Okay, this question is a repeated question. Interestingly, no, rarely it happens like in the exam like GATE, the question gets repeated, and this question is repeated. Maybe some values were changed, but rest of the question was repeated again in I guess 2015 or 2016. Let's try to solve this one. Okay, let's see what can be the answer. I already got two answers. So, a container originally contains 10 liters of pure spirit. From this container, 1 liter of spirit is replaced with 1 liter of water subsequently. 1 liter of mixture is again replaced with 1 liter of water, and this process is repeated one more time. So, basically, 3 times it is being repeated. How much spirit is now left in the container? That is what you need to find out. So, let's see. I have 100 liters of spirit. So, I'll make a table like this. Spirit is there, and then what is there? So, initially, what you have is uh, 10 liters of spirit and 0 liters of water. Now, in the first iteration, 1 liter of spirit is replaced with 1 liter of water. So, you have 9 liters of spirit left and 1 liter of water left. Now, this thing is actually mixed properly, and then 1 liter of mixture is again replaced. So, now taking this 10 liter out of this 10 liter, if I'm taking 1 liter of this mixture, so basically I'm going to take 0.9 spirit, that is what I'm going to take out, and 0.1 of water I'm going to take out. Right, because 90% is spirit and 1% is water. So it will become 90 minus 0.9. Sorry, 9 minus 0.9, not 90. And this will become 1 minus 0.1 plus 1 liter of water is being added. Right, so it will become 8.1 and this will become 1.9. Right, so a total of 10 liter again I have. This happens after the second iteration. Now let's go to the third iteration. What happens in the third iteration? Now over here, what I have left is 8.1 liter of spirit and 1.9 liters of water. And if I again take 9%, if I take again 1 liter, so basically I'm going to take 0.81 out of it. And I'm going to take 0.19 out of it. I'm going to add 1 liter over here. So if you solve this up, can you tell me what is the answer you are getting?
7.29.
It will become 7.29 liters over here. And on this side, if you solve, you'll get 2.71. They'll add up to be 10 liters. Right. So the question can again be asked like how much spirit is now left in container, or how much water is there in the container. Everything you can answer in this way. Right. This can also be solved in a simple way like 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9. The way you can do it. Right. So 9 9 is 81, 9 is 729. So in this way you'll get 729 as an answer. So that is also another way with the help of which you can do it. But this is more of the logical way rather than going in the quant way. And again, ask for 2 marks. So we can spend a little bit of time over here. Now next one. Now this kind of question, as I told you, some of the questions that we will be covering, we have not discussed it in the class, but I'll be covering it over here. Try to solve it, or then we'll look into it.
So for this, we need to use the concept of maxima minima, right?
Sorry, I didn't got you, my.
I think we need to use the concept of maxima minima for this.
Yes,
For
exactly, exactly, exactly. That is what you have to use. Okay, I got some answers. Let's see how we can do that. So the variable cost of manufacturing of a product varies according to the equation V equals to 4Q, where Q is the quantity produced. The fixed cost of the product of the same product reduces with Q according to the equation 100 by Q. How many units should be produced in order to minimize the total cost? So V plus F, it should be minimized. Now this turns out to be the a simple question, and you have already gone through this differentiation to minimize the function. The function is of Q. The function goes like variable cost 4Q plus fixed cost 100 by Q, and this is what you have to minimize. So you just have to find out d by dq of V plus F. If you do that, you will get 4 plus 100 by, okay, this for what it will become? It will become Q, right? So n x n minus 1. This is what it will become, right? And this should be equated to 0. So if you equate it to 0, you'll get q square 100 by q square. This is equals to 4. So q square equals to 25, and q will be plus or minus 25. Sorry, plus or minus 5, where negative choice is rejected. So q will be equal to 5. So that is correct answer, 5.
सर ये सब
That's
करने
simple.
से हम ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि V प्लस F और उसमें Q की वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करके देख लें?
Yes, that is also you can do it. You have 4 options. आपको 4 iteration करने पड़ेंगे. You can simply you know the equation. You can directly substitute the values and find out the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. This one. Yes, this is a complicated question, and obviously asked for 2 marks, so they will be expecting a lot of things. Just try to solve it up, then we'll discuss. Okay, I'll just explain it. A transporter receives the same number of orders each day. So there is one constant quantity, the number of orders that is going to be there. Currently, he has some pending orders or backlog to be shipped. So he has already some pending works which has to be shipped. If he uses 7 trucks, then at the end of the 4th day, he can clear all the orders if he uses 7 trucks. Alternative, if he uses 3 trucks, then all the orders can be cleared at the end of 10th day. What is the minimum number of trucks required so that there will be no pending order at the end of 5th day? So you have to find out the minimum number of trucks for handling the whole thing on the 5th day. There will be 2 equations which will be formed over here. One for the for completing it on the 4th day at the end of 4th day. The second one for completing it at the end of 10th day. Let me help you out a little bit over here. So how it will begin is if he uses 7 trucks, he has some pending orders, backlogs. Let's say they are assumed to be X. So X are some pending orders, and he receives the same amount of orders each day. So that is assumed to be Y. Right. So I'll see the number of orders each day. So these orders they will be increasing per day. It is Y, and pending orders or backlog that he needs to parcel, they are X. So X and Y I got 2 variables. Now if he uses 7 trucks for 4 days, he can clear all these things. All these things means X is going to be there, the pending order, plus the order he receives for at the end of 4th day. So 4 days, that is 4Y. That he can complete in if he uses 7 trucks for 4 days. Right. So basically the equation will turn out to be X plus 4Y is equals to 28. Similarly, the next equation, the pending orders plus if he is uses only 3 trucks. If he is using only 3 trucks, then all the orders are cleared at the end of 10th day. So 10 day he will be getting continuously daily Y orders, so 10 into Y, and that can be completed in 10 day using 3 trucks. So this will become X plus 10Y equals to 30. Now you got two equations. You can find out the pending orders as well as the same number of orders that he is receiving each day. Number of orders he is receiving each day. Now you have to identify the number of trucks. So let's say the pending orders plus fifth day. On the fifth day, he will be receiving 5 by, and this can be completed into 5 into n number of trucks. So from these two equations, try to find out the value of x and y. And once you get the value of x and y, substitute it over here, and you will get some value of n. That will be a final answer.
सर ये 7 into 4 क्यों किया है पता नहीं चला मुझे समझ नहीं
Sorry. Yes. Basically, what it says is that he is using 7 trucks. Now, although not clearly mentioned, but this means that 7 trucks are being used per day. Right, 7 trucks
okay
per day. For 4 days, it will become 7 into 4.
okay understood
Okay, so I got the answer. N is equals to 6. What is the value of x and y that you are getting?
y is equal to 1 by 3 x is equal to 88 by 3
Okay, that's correct. Y you'll be getting 1 by 3, x equals to 80 by 3. Right. And once you substitute this value, you will get some answer in points, like 5.6 something you will be getting. Right, which is not possible because number of trucks cannot be in points, so it will become 6. So your correct answer will be 6. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next question. Only the language was complicated. The question was very simple, and it was for 2 marks. Yes, this one based on DI, data interpretation. Okay, I got one answer in the chat box. Well, let's look into the answer. What can be the answer? The fuel consumed by a motorcycle during a journey while traveling at various speed is indicated in the graph. So if it is traveling at this speed, let's say it's around 10, so it is consuming 30, right? 30 kilometers per liter. That is the average it is giving, mileage it is giving. If it is 15 kilometers, then it is giving 60 kilometers. It is 45, then it can give up to 90 kilometers per liter. And if it is 75, it will give somewhere between 90 and 60. So you can say consider it to be 75. Right. Now the distance covered during 4 laps of the journey are listed below. At the lap P, he covered a distance of 15 kilometers at the distance of average speed of at the average speed of 15 kilometers per hour. So at the speed of 15 kilometers per hour per liter, it can go for 60 kilometers. Right. But at the average speed of 15 kilometers per hour, they are covering only 15 kilometers. Right. So although they can go for 60 kilometers, but they have only covered 15 kilometers. So basically, what amount of fuel is consumed? 1 by 4 liter is consumed. Right. I hope this is you can get it right. This is something which you can understand. So it will become 0.25, 1 by 4 or 0.25 liter is consumed over here. Now, at the average speed of 45 kilometers per hour, they have covered 75. Right. So basically, what amount of time they have run for, or so like what is the average speed? The average speed is 45 kilometers. And so at this average, per liter, they can go for 90 liters. Right.
So it has consumed 1.2 liter.
Consumed over here. I guess there was some network issue.
1.2.
Well, if it can cover 90 kilometers per liter, and they have covered only 75 kilometers, so it will be less than 1. Try to understand.
0.83.
Yes, it will be
Understood.
some
Yes. 0.83.
0.83, somewhere near 0.83.
8333 like that it is.
Now next, at the average speed of 55 kilometers, the average is somewhere nearby 75 only, 60 and between 60 and 90. So there is it is at 75. Now at the average of 75, they have for only so when for 1 liter they can go for 75 kilometers. So for how many liters they have gone for 40 kilometers, that you have to find out.
0.533.
0.5 liters. And at the average 10, they can go for 1 liter they can go for 30 kilometers, but they have only gone for 10.
0.33.
Point three. Now, if you solve it like this, you are basically not anything good because you are going to waste your time. I'll just be very clear over here. Because from here you can say that yes, the answer is going to be 0.25. It is consuming the least amount of fuel. But what has been asked in the question is from the given data, we conclude that the fuel consumed per kilometer. Per kilometer, the fuel consumed was least during which lap? So again, you have to divide it with the kilometers. Over for each of the case, you have to divide it with the kilometers. Then only you will get the final answer. So can you do that? You can divide it with the kilometers and tell me the final answer.
Yes, sir. B is the Q is the answer. Point
Yes,
zero one one.
yes. Q will be the final answer. I don't know the value, but Q will be the final answer. Now I got to know, got to say that Q is going to be the final answer, not P. The only reason is when you're running at 45 kilometers per hour, whether you're running at the average speed of 45 kilometers per hour, you're going to get the maximum kilometers per liter. The maximum kilometers per liter is there. Right? Try to understand this part. For from this, what we got is 45 kilometer per hour will give you maximum kilometer per liter. So this will also mean if I reciprocate, it will low liter per kilometer, right? So maximum kilometers per liter or minimum liters per kilometer. So you'll get the answer from there also. वो directly answer वहां से भी मिल सकता है that for 45 kilometer per hour is going to take minimum liters. So minimum fuel will be consumed per kilometer. And in all these, only 45 is having this particular answer. So obviously 45 or Q is going to be the correct answer. So yes, if you are doing the earlier way, the पहला जो चीज मैंने आपको बताई, जो आप करने जाओगे कि आप हर एक चीज को कैलकुलेट कर रहे हो, it will waste a lot of time. You'll get to know the correct answer, no doubt, but you'll waste a lot of time. You can do it directly by understanding this part. कि 45 kilometers per hour, it is maximum kilometer per liter. So minimum kilometer it will be, and so in this way, your final answer will be Q. Okay. Going to the next part. Now this is pretty
So
simple
can
question.
you explain the shortcut, like by what thinking we need to think?
Okay, this one, just go through the graph and try to understand like where you are getting the maximum mileage. The mileage is at 90, at 45 kilometers per hour, right? From the first graph, it is
Yes,
showing
sir.
you the fuel consumption and kilometers per liter. The maximum kilometers that can be traveled per liter, it is 90 kilometers per liter, and that is being traveled at the speed of 45 kilometers. So at 45 kilometer per hour, you are having 90 kilometers per liter. That is the maximum thing you can have, or if you convert it into per liter, right? Or if you convert it into, sorry, rather than 1 liter, if you just take the reciprocal of this part, how many liters per kilometers become 1000 or 1 by 90 liters per kilometer that you will be having for 45 kilometers per hour. And this will be the least value. This will be the least value that you'll have out of all these values. And that is what is being
Yes,
asked
sir.
question.
Understood.
Right? And that is what is asked in the question: fuel consumed per kilometer. Okay, moving on to this one. This is pretty simple question asked in 2012 for 1 month. Okay, I already got the answer. That's pretty simple. 1.001 raised to the power 1.259 multiplied by 1.001 raised to the power 202. Right. So if the base is same in multiplication, that adds up. Right? So 1.001, it will become 1259. Oops, 1259 plus 205. If you solve it up, you will get that it is equals to 1.01 to the power 3321. That is what we need to find out. If I go the reverse way, I can say that whatever the values they are having, if you multiply it, you will get the final answer. So from this to this, and from this to this, and from this to 3.52 into 7.85. Obviously, you don't have to calculate it, to be very frank, because none of the above कोई आंसर दिया हुआ नहीं है. ठीक है, none of the above ऐसा आंसर दिया हुआ नहीं है. तो आपको यहाँ पर एक्चुअल में मल्टीप्लाई करने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. यू कैन टेक द दिस पार्ट, यू कैन टेक 7 into 3. इट इज गोइंग टू बी 21, मोर देन 21. ठीक है, एट इज क्लोजर टू 8, इट इज क्लोजर टू 3 पॉइंट, तो 24 से भी ज्यादा चला जाएगा. दैट इज क्लियर. अब एक ही ऑप्शन है जो 21 से ऊपर जा रहा है, दैट इज 27.6. There is no need to multiply it and find out the final answer. Try to waste so much of. Okay, pretty simple question. Let's move on to the next one.